Okay, so to get started, the equipment we'll need today is a small ball. We need a set of weights, sliders, or you can use socks if you're on a tile or a wood floor, and then a chair if you want an extra challenge for our bridging exercises. It's not required, but it will give you more of a lift, more of a challenge, so it's nice to have. So let's start by grabbing our ball. We're gonna put it between our knees, and we're gonna lie down. And we'll go through imprint and release first. So we're gonna rock that low back into the mat using the abdominals, and then come back to a neutral spine or a regular relaxed spine. And again, breathe in and exhale, go into imprint. Breathe in here as we go back to a neutral spine, and exhale into imprint. So we're trying to use the abs to do this. It's so easy to wanna press the feet or the glutes to tilt that pelvis back, but use those abdominals and then relax to a neutral spine. This will help us with our ab work later. Okay, so now with the ball, we're gonna bring our legs up into tabletop, and I just want you to do 10 squeezes. So we're gonna squeeze for 10. Squeeze and release. So feeling that inner thigh work. We'll be using the ball through a lot of our exercises just to get more into the inner thighs. It adds more of a challenge for us, so anything we can do to up the challenge, up the stability work is a great use of our time. Now, keeping the legs in tabletop, let's go into ab prep. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, flex up. We're trying to keep those low abs flat. We're lightly squeezing the ball, and then we come back down. Good, so with a breath, we inhale, exhale, flex up, slightly squeeze the ball, inhale to stay, and exhale, come down. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, flex up. Inhale, exhale, come down. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, flex up. So really trying to use that breath. That exhale helps us engage the abs. Come back up. And come back down. Okay, let's place the feet down to give those hip flexors a little break. We're gonna go through hip rolls. So we're gonna take an inhale, exhale, roll through imprint, and come up onto the shoulder blades. So we just wanna come up to the shoulder blades and not go into the neck here. Now from here, we're gonna squeeze the ball for 10. So squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale and exhale, lower down. So we're trying to roll through the spine here. And again, we're gonna breathe in, exhale, roll up. Use those glutes to really keep you lifted, but not opening up in the chest. So we wanna keep those abs engaged here. Now we're just gonna drop the hips up and down for 10. So you're gonna bring the hips down and then squeeze those glutes and lift. And 2, 3, so we're squeezing the glutes up and also squeezing that ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and come down. Okay, now let's take the ball out. We'll do a little bit with the arms here, so you can have the ball down by your knees. We're gonna bring it up towards the ceiling, bring it overhead, bring it back up and down. Now I know that looks super easy, right? But the big thing here is as that ball comes overhead, you wanna keep the abs engaged. This will help us from extending in the spine. So especially when we're standing, people have a tendency to wanna open up in the ribs. So popping the ribs open, extending the spine to try to get that weight up there, but we don't wanna do that. We wanna keep the abs engaged, keep that spine at neutral. That's a safer position. And it helps the muscles that are supposed to be working to actually do all the work. Let's do one more. Coming up, reach back, coming up and down. Okay, let's stand up for footwork. So this is a glute and ab focused workout. So I'm gonna grab my weights. I'm gonna choose a heavier weight for my leg exercises here. Now I'm gonna set them down and I'm gonna put the ball between my knees. We're gonna be keeping the ball between our knees the whole time. So for that, you're gonna have to separate your feet slightly, probably about hip distance apart, maybe just a little bit more inward as you squeeze the ball. Let's grab our weights. And we're gonna keep our feet pointed forward to start, so that's parallel. We're gonna squeeze the ball, so you have a little tension on that ball. We're gonna come down and then come back up, and we'll do that for 10. So coming down to a comfortable position for your knees and coming back up. And down and back up. Good. So this is getting into our glutes. We squeeze as we come back up. Good. Let's go for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, now we're gonna go on to the heels. So focus on picking up those toes slightly. So we're gonna really sit back into those heels and then come back up. And we'll do that for 10. So sitting back for 1 and come back up. Even though this is not an ab exercise, we still wanna be keeping those abs engaged because they are helping support our spine here. After this, we'll be working on the balls of the feet, so that's quite a bit more challenging for your quads, so we're just trying to get warmed up here. And 2, and 1. Okay, now let's go up onto the balls of the feet. Now, if you feel like your balance is gonna be unsteady, you can go to a lower weight. I'm actually gonna put the weights to the side. Place my hands on my hips. I'm gonna come up onto the balls of the feet, lower down, drop the heels, and come back up. And again, coming up, lower down, drop the heels, and come up. Good, everything's cracking for me. Is it cracking for you? And go back up and lower. Drop the heels and come back up. If you're finding that you're really shaky here, think about using those abs. That really will help create more stability. And just slow it down. If you need to go at a slower pace than what I'm doing right now, that's totally fine. Good, and 3 more. Up, lower, down, back up. We inhale up here, exhale, lower, that's the hard part. Drop the heels, come back up, and up. Lower, drop the heels, come back up. Now, can we reverse that? So squatting down, come up onto the balls of the feet, and come back up. And drop the heels. Squat back down, lift the heels up, push back up and down. So to me, this is similar to high half toe on the reformer, where we are opening up that ankle. We're pressing that heel up above the bar. And it's great ankle mobility work here. Come up and down. Let's do 5 more. And 2, 3, whoops, dang it, and 4, and 5. Did that happen to you too? Please tell me it happened to someone else. Okay, so now this is securely in here. My feet need to come a little bit closer. My guess is my knees were coming apart. Okay, but let's take the ball out for now. We're gonna go into second position. So that's where we turn our feet out, wider than hip distance apart for this. We want to have our toes pointed out. And let's hold a weight for this to make it more challenging. I'm gonna grab 1 weight and then hold it pointed down somewhere vertical, so that it's easier. We can squat down and come back up. Let's do that for 10. So squatting down, press through those heels, squeeze those glutes at the top. and 2, 3. We're gonna be doing 10 like this, 10 halfway ranges, and then 10 pulses. So if you can go as low as you can. This might be more comfortable. This is definitely more comfortable for my knees to be really wide like this. So I can find that I can do a much more comfortable range going lower than when my legs are, right next to each other. Now come down halfway. So coming halfway and come back up. And 2, still squeeze. 3, 4, 5. I'm squeezing my glutes and into my quads as well as I fully straighten those legs. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now come down. We still want that weight if you can tolerate it, and let's pulse for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up and set that weight down. Okay, so that was some glutes. So let's get into some ab work. So we're gonna lie down for that. I'm gonna grab a little lighter weights for me. We are gonna lie down, but put that ball in between your knees if you have it. We'll be keeping our legs in tabletop with that ball right there. So let's lie down. So legs are up. Okay, so we're gonna bring the arms straight up. So bring them down by our hips and then coming back up. Keep that tension on that ball, so keep those inner thighs working. No balls rolling away like I did. Okay, so let's go for 10. So flexing up for 1 and 2, 3. Yes, your arms are working here too, but all these exercises that we do with the arms right now, we're gonna be flexing up. 3, 2, and last one. 1. Okay, you can put your feet down if you need to rest in between. The next one we'll do, we're gonna just tricep punch up to the ceiling. Typically on the reformer, we're gonna keep our hands down and press down and come back up, but that just does not hit the triceps in the way that I would like. So we're just gonna be pushing up and coming back down. Now we can stay up for this. So legs are up. And let's just extend the legs away from us. So working into those low abs and then coming back as we extend the arms. So arms come up, legs go out, and then come back up. If you want, you can stay flexed up and come back. I'm gonna do that version. So let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3. The lower you go, the more you're gonna feel it into those low abs. 6. If your head gets tired, your neck is feeling sore, you can keep your head down as well for this, but also focus on trying to stay more flexed up through the mid-back. That will help your neck not feel like it's back and getting very tired. Whew, that's a full body exercise for me. Okay, so the last one we'll do is arm circles. I'm gonna scoot out a bit here. Keep the legs in tabletop. So I'll show you the part where we can flex up. Arms are gonna come behind, we circle around, palms are up, and we flex up as the legs extend. Everything comes back. Reach the arms back, palms are up, flex up, legs come back to tabletop, and arms are up towards the ceiling. And again, reach back, palms up, we reach. Whew, that feels good. Good in the hard exercise way. And again, back. Tabletop legs, weights towards the ceiling. Okay, now we're gonna go down the other way. So arms come down, let's all lift up. Circle around. Palms back in front. And again, everything out. Circle around with the palms up. Weights towards the ceiling. If that's feeling too much, you can just drop the weights. I'm gonna do that for the last 3. So reaching up, circle around, legs come in, arms towards the ceiling. And again, circle around, tabletop legs up towards the ceiling. And last one, reach. Arms circle around, and we bring everything down. Take that ball out, and then let's go into a bridge to stretch out those hip flexors. If that felt like quite a bit with the extension of the legs, you could just keep those legs in tabletop next time. And come back down. Okay, now let's go into the glutes again. So I'm gonna put my feet on the chair with the ball. So I'm gonna scoot towards the chair, move my weights. Now remember, you don't have to use a chair, but if you have it, it's gonna create a lot of length and help you get up and better simulate the reformer where we put our feet on the foot bar. So we're gonna put our feet about hip distance apart. So this would be together. We want to separate the legs about the distance of our hips here. We're gonna put the ball in between, come closer towards the chair. First, we'll just bridge up 10 times. So we're gonna inhale and exhale, press into those heels, feeling those glutes. Remember, we don't wanna be extending through that low back. That's where you're gonna get some low back pain. So keep those abs engaged, keep that spine in neutral here. Good, and come back down. We'll be pressing it for 10. Let's pick up the pace here. So coming up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm already feeling it, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, come back down. Now we're gonna stay up and we're gonna do 10 pulses of the ball. So let's roll back up. Good, and let's squeeze the ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My ball's slipping. And come back down. Okay, let's put the ball to the side. It's like the ball knows it's on its way out and it always slides. So now we're gonna go back up. We're gonna go into single leg. So we're pressing through those heels. Right leg comes in tabletop. Now, if you feel this way too much in your hamstrings, you can adjust your length. For me, if I'm more out away from the chair, I feel it in my hamstrings quite a bit. So if I'm feeling it, I want to scoot a little bit closer, and for me, that helps. And think about using your glutes before you press up. Those have to almost turn on. Use your glutes before the hamstrings try to take over. So push back up. Right leg's in tabletop, and then we're gonna come up and back down, squeezing that glute. So let's go for 10. 1, 2. We try to keep the hips level here as well. So those 2 hip bones, you do not want them dropping on that side of the leg that's in tabletop. If this feels like too much, you can just get rid of the chair. Okay, place that leg down. Let's switch. And we're gonna go up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. We inhale as we go down and exhale as we come up, as we squeeze that glute. Good, place the leg down and come back down. Now for the last one, we're gonna come up with one leg straight and we're gonna do small circles, 5 one way and then 5 the other. If your hamstrings already feel like they are done, you can stay down and don't use the chair here. So I'm gonna scoot a bit closer. We're gonna come back up, extend that leg towards the ceiling, and circle. I'm gonna go clockwise for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and other way. We wanna be really stable here. 3, 4, keep those abs drawn in, 5. Okay, let's switch legs. How low were you? So when we switch legs, we're like, oh man, I'm already a lot lower than I thought it was. Okay, clockwise first. Circle 1, 2, make sure that supporting knee is not floating in or out. 5, good, and other way. 1, 2, you see how you feel that in your glute, especially at the bottom part of that circle. Okay, and come down. All right, how'd that feel? I feel it. All right, let's go into the abs now. This will be the last thing that we do. So you can sit up and we're gonna work through the sliding discs. So we're gonna come into a quadruped position. So that's where we have our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. And then those sliders will go right by our feet. And to make it more challenging, we are gonna put the ball between our knees this time. So we're gonna keep those legs a little bit closer together just to create more tension, to be able to hold that ball, so those inner thighs are gonna really work here. A little bit different than just a regular quadruped position. So we're gonna come up and down a few inches, and we'll do it 10 times. So to demonstrate, you're gonna inhale, exhale, come up. We wanna keep those abs in and prevent that low back from arching. That's where we really have to get that low ab work here and come back down. So we're gonna do that for 10. So inhale, exhale, abs come in, we come up, come back down, and up. That's 2. And 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, yes, you should be feeling this in your shoulders. They are definitely working here too. Good, 2 more, 2, and 1. Now bring the ball a little bit lower so it's really pressing on the ground right now. We're gonna come up and just squeeze the ball for 10. So it's inhale, exhale, abs come in, we come up and squeeze for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and come down. Now we'll go into more of a knee stretch. So we're going to extend one leg out and come back in. We're gonna do that for 10. We'll do a single leg, then we're gonna put the ball between our knees and go both legs. So like a true knee stretch on the reformer. The big thing here, don't let this leg drop. You wanna be keeping it up as you extend in and out. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you can do that being up and extending that leg in and out. I'm gonna try that version. So come up if you want to, and then let's extend. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll come down in between to give our legs a little break here. Good, and come down. All right, let's go the other side. So we'll inhale, exhale, come up if you want to, and reach for 10. 1, 2. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. So I always have a tendency to want to look down, but you should look a little bit slightly above you. If you're looking at the foot bar on the reformer, that would be about where you'd want your gaze to go. And come down. All right, let's shake those shoulders out. Okay, let's put the ball between our knees, and we're gonna be going in and out for 10 with both legs. We're gonna start with the legs extended first, so it's a bit of a reverse knee stretch. So they're gonna be extended as if you're in a push-up position. We're gonna bring the knees in and then press them out. If that feels like too much, if you feel like your low back's gonna be arching, and that's not gonna feel good. So let's keep with just doing a second set of the single leg in and out. It's still gonna be an ab challenge, working the abs for you here, so that is absolutely fine. If you're up for the challenge, you can put your ball between your knees. We're gonna lift up, start with the legs out, and let's push in and out for 10. 1, 2. With the breath, we inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Who thought Pilates was not hard, right? You just gotta find the right person who likes Pilates in the way you like it. Hard, building strength. Good, come down. Okay, we'll just do one last glute exercise and then we will be all set. So I'm gonna take my sliders. We can just take one. You're gonna put your foot on the slider. The other leg is gonna go in front. So you separate your legs as if you're doing a lunge here. Now with scooter, we hinge forward at the hips. You can keep your hands on your hips or you can reach them up towards the ceiling. I'm gonna keep my hands on my hips here. So you're gonna extend out and then bring it back into that starting position. So we'll do that for 10 on each side. So extending out, keeping that hip pointed forward, and come back. And 2. Good, squeeze that glute. You're really also gonna be feeling it quite a bit in that supporting leg. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, other side. So let's put the slider on the other leg. We're gonna hinge forward at the hips. Keep those abs drawn in here. You're gonna extend that leg out and come back in. You can sit into it more. That's gonna make you feel it more into that supporting leg, give you more engagement of the muscles there. So let's extend for 10. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, feel that burning on that standing leg. Good, okay, put that to the side and we'll just do a roll down and be all set. We're gonna reach the arms up, feel that extension through the spine. Arms come back down. Now we're gonna flex the head down as we start to roll the spine forward. So draw those abs in, that will help create more flexion through the spine here. Good, we'll hold for a few breaths. Then slowly stack the spine one by one. And come on up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the workout and I'll see you next time.